Okay, so it has been a pretty tough 2025 so far. Certainly, in terms of market performance, we're well below expectations. But there are reasons to believe that good things and big things are coming in April, especially in the form of conferences and some other things that are going to help showcase the good that the industry is doing. Token 2049 example, that's at the end of the month, and also there's Paris Blockchain Week. And so we asked the question, which coins are going to benefit the most from this attention, either directly or indirectly, but all of a sudden the spotlight's going to be shining once again on all the best projects. And we are looking at 4 in particular that really ought to be on your altcoin radar for April 2025. Welcome to the channel. My name is Maddie and this is Altcoin Buzz. All the best of luck if you choose to invest. Genuinely, I wish you well. But whatever, because you got to remember that I'm not a financial or investment advisor, and that also means that this video is not official financial or investment advice. So first and foremost here, at number 1, we have Ripple XRP. Now, conferences don't really have anything to do with why XRP is at the top of this list and why we expect the XRP token to pump in April. But that being said, there are 2 major tailwinds that are behind this project that are pushing it forward and that we feel will continue to do so. First of all, there's the SEC case that's shutting down, Securities and Exchange Commission. We're talking about the lawsuit here. Many people in the space, analysts, including industry insiders like Bitwise, believe that April 16th in particular, April 16th is the day that we're going to see this completely settled and closed. And look, even if you don't like XRP as a project, I think you could probably concede that the price of the token has been kept down, especially by uncertainty and speculation, both of which have kind of been caused by this lawsuit. So just removing that variable takes away a lot of doubt and really adds a lot of optimism, injects that optimism once again into XRP's future. So that's the first major tailwind. The second is there's more and more discussion about a possible XRP ETF. ETF speculation is rampant now that crypto is open for business in the United States. In fact, 2 of the 4 coins that we're looking at in this video are themselves serious contenders and are really actively part of those conversations as far as possibly becoming the next ETF in the crypto space. And look, if one of the 2, both would be very nice, but even if one of the 2 actually get the approvals, then institutional interest in them, and by extension, other projects as well, is going to skyrocket. You're going to see more buyers, you're going to see more liquidity, and that's going to translate into a higher token price, obviously. As of right now, we have 9 funds, including Bitwise, that have filed for an XRP ETF. And this is a reflection of the fact that funds believe the institutional demand is there to support it. Just remember that we've seen, let's call it uneven results from ETFs so far in the crypto space. Certainly Bitcoins has been the most successful in terms of ETF kickoff history, crypto or otherwise. It's just been a massive success. But then by contrast, there's the ETH ETF. Ethereum holders have lost money so far, and we've seen many weeks of outflows. In fact, they've outnumbered the inflows into the ETFs. So Bitcoin's been just a raging success, but it's been a mixed bag. I just want you to keep that in mind. But on the whole, certainly it looks positive and promising for XRP right now. Next up, and at number 2 on this list, we're considering BitTensor, ticker TAO. That's TAO. This is one of our favorite projects for decentralized AI infrastructure. Now, it's launching new subnets every week, and each subnet supports one project only. So, for example, like AI computing power on SN64 for shoots.ai. And then every subnet has to price itself in TAO. That means that TAO is becoming really the currency of crypto AI, or at least that potential is there. And then in addition, there's also a pretty big AI agents conference in Hong Kong. That's called BYDFi, and it's happening in early April. AI agents, AI infrastructure, and AI swarms, where a few agents all work together on complementary tasks, are really one of the main sectors that this conference specifically is going to be covering. And we see TAO getting a pretty nice bump from this. That's aside from the fact that we thought it was a good buy at $700 in December. And price aside, fundamentally, and in terms of everything that the project is doing, it's really in good shape, just at a foundational level, price action aside. But there you go. There's the current price on screen. BitTensor and the TAO token remain a steal at this price. This Altcoin Buzz Spotlight is brought to you by BYDFi. And if you're an American here, I'm talking to you because we found an exchange that gives you the best of both worlds. If you want to trade spot markets with over 400 trading pairs without KYC, then you can. If you want to trade perpetual markets on over 150 trading pairs with KYC that accepts Americans, and Canadians too, by the way, then you can as well. The only exchange that we've seen in the market that lets you do both simple spot trading without KYC and perps trading with KYC that Americans can use is BYDFi. BYDFi gives you all of the tools that you need without the crazy requirements. And right now they have a terrific altcoin promotion going on. However, it is only going on for the month of March. It's actually a trading competition exclusively for our Altcoin Buzz community. And they're offering rewards for trading volume, for weekly ROI, and for total ROI. Winners will earn USDT deposited directly into their BYDFi account. That means you can start earning bonuses to give your account that extra dry powder it may need right now. Look, if you haven't checked out BYDFi yet, now is the time. Check out the link in the description of this video, sign up, no need for KYC, and start trading instantly. Also, be sure to take advantage of this competition and this campaign. At number 3 on this list, we have Ethereum, ticker ETH, ETH. So we just talked about how this has been a very underwhelming, underperforming asset. We're not smoking hopium here with this selection, and that's because ETH has performed badly. We're acknowledging that. For example, it's down 53% in the last year or so, 53%. And of course, as we all know, has dipped below $2,000. But with all of that being said, a positive catalyst right now would go a long way for the price of ETH. And I think that's exactly what Ether needs in terms of, I don't know, like a jump start to really start moving up again in price. And that catalyst could well be the Pectra upgrade, which is coming in April. So with features like more movement towards account abstraction and safer usage than its externally owned accounts, or EOAs, this is going to be a great move for security. Lower fees and the ability to pay your account your way and not always need ETH for gas is going to make all ETH better and easier to use. Now, there have been challenges in testnet, but if it comes online in April as predicted, this could be just the thing that really jumpstarts Ethereum and gets its price moving again. It's not doing anything too impressive right now. That is true in full transparency and to be candid. But that's kind of the idea, right? It's down right now. It's discounted severely. So all else being equal, it may be a good time to buy low and eventually sell high. Last but not least on this list, at number 4 here, another on the ETF speculation list is Hedera Hashgraph and its HBAR token. That's HBAR. Now, the reasons why Hedera could have the next ETF are actually pretty simple. Number 1, the US government has recognized it as a non-security since all the way back in 2019. Number 2, big tech is behind Hedera in a pretty big way. Council members and validators include the likes of Google and IBM, so some serious support there. Number 3, it's big enough as an $8 billion or so project by market value, and that makes it big enough to trade tokens to support an ETF market. So it's met that size threshold. Now, Canary filed for an HBAR ETF in November. We're still well inside those 240 days that the SEC allows itself to provide an answer. We're kind of in that waiting period right now. Grayscale has filed one as well, and so naturally speculation is rampant right now. Personally, I probably would not have HBAR at the top of my list for an ETF, but there are institutions out there that feel otherwise, and objectively and clearly it is a contender. Really, that just means that the surprise pop, the surprise support that it would get with a hypothetical approval would be even higher and faster in this case than, for example, with some of the other tokens getting similar news where it's a little bit more expected or anticipated, let's call it. A pump will come in a big way if HBAR gets ETF approval.